It's here. And at the moment, the capital is Paestum. So right now, this one is the slightly bigger. But even that pales in significance compared to this. So this is never going to be like the capital. I'm tempted to say the Furs location, so Potentia. It has more potential. That's true. Gruntum does have a fort, although we'll probably tear that down and put a fort here instead, if I'm being very honest. I'm going to say Potentia. I like the Furs. They're more valuable. We are then going to tear that on that fort. And we're going to start building one. Oh, Potentia became the capital. Why? Higher civilization? I thought that was done on population. Oh, you can bring in more holy sites. 300 ducats and 50 political power. Huh. Okay. Because he clicked it was part of the event. Well, that wasn't very clear. Because it didn't happen in other places. Because my concern is it's just going to flip to Paestum. Like, why is Potentia it right now even though this has got a higher population? What's stopping it from just moving here? Because this is just a better spot. It's a city, that's just a settlement. In fact, both of these are just settlements. There is no way that this would be the capital. That's like taking Rome and then deciding, you know what, actually Carsioli is going to be the capital. Why? Can't you upgrade the settlement to a real city? Found city, yes you can. Costs 200 ducats and costs 50. But I'm still saying, let's just move the capital here. Don't you lose the trade good when building a city and convert some manufactured good? I don't know. That's all stuff that's changed. I don't think so. I think that goods production is fixed. I think it's just that settlements are more likely to produce more stuff. Oh, that's what this is. Okay, so yeah, Potentia does become the city. In that case, Grumentum would have been a much better capital because it would basically block off the boot because I put my fort here. Whereas Potentia is just Nowheresville. Because this would help me control everything coming from Sicily, pretty much. Alright. Doesn't say when that goes to. The other thing I want to do is increase the number of autosaves I get. which I think is actually like a settings document change you need to make. Yeah, we're reloading for sure. Now that I get a bit of a better idea of how exactly that works. Unfortunately, this is a long time ago. Still got the Civil War. It's a really long time ago. Speed for this. Okay, we should be able to end this pretty quickly. There it is. Cursor's become the new ruler. I don't know why he suddenly became the new ruler on the same day. So hang on, who are my co-rulers? Babulcus and Cursor. Right, because he can't be re-elected for 10 years, so Barbatus has had his time. And because the Popularis just came into power, we're doing the same thing as we did last time. And then we just need to end this war. Which means taking these two. And I think we're actually ending this sooner than we did last time. Oh, Cursor gained cancer. That's unfortunate for him, seeing as he just got elected. Okay, so we need to bring in some new people. Oh man, we lost our really good Tribunus Militum. So this is the tax guy. So we really want to have, like, the best person possible for tax for this position. The needs of the great families are completely irrelevant here. Neither of these two have any corruption. I'm just seeing if they have any traits which are pertinent to this. Good-natured might be good. Daring and steadfast would be good for a commander. You have, like, no other traits. You would be just... You're a pure military commander. But in the absence of having legions, that doesn't really matter. Isn't there a back button? No. The back button goes to the previous character. It's not very helpful. Doesn't go back to the previous screen. Government. So we were going to... I think I'm going to go with Claudius, just because he is the better candidate, and this is basically a... That's military experience. Who's the guy that does the taxes? Is that the Praefectus Militaris? Oh, god damn it. Got them the wrong way around. Yep. That's the tax rate modifier person. I meant to do these the other way around. Oh well. There's only a difference of one. Okay. Victory is ours. And we now control this entire southern area. So do we have anywhere else that we have claims on in the south? No. So then it is time for us to go north, I think. This is not the tax guy. Military experience is also good. Yeah, so that's another big problem I have with this, is it doesn't tell you what the modifier is when you don't have anyone in that position, which is kind of dumb. Like, just please tell me what that position does. Tell me what the bonus would be, so then I can pick the right person for that job. What is hiring private army? I would imagine it's getting some loyal cohorts. So if they decide to rise up, that they would have that support. Speaking of which, we need to... We're missing someone. Green, blue, red, yellow. That would be you. So everyone's relatively loyal at the moment. And then we can also go to the military, the levies, and disband. We also need to decide who the governor of this nation is going to be. And I think it was going to be Pertinax. That's who we had last time, wasn't it? It was. Harsh, polymath, stubborn. A 9-6. No, we wanted the best person possible, so we're going to go for the 11-9. Stats are less relevant at this point. Military access from Tarentum? Sure. Missions. Okay, let's save the game. Now we can do the missions. And this time we're going to go into Grumentum. So now Grumentum... End of the month, maybe? Ah, there we go. Okay, now it's building the city. Cool. So, we need to remove the fort from you and have a fort building here instead. Capua's already got one. Rome could do with a second level. And you need a fort too. So I want all of my headquarter locations to have forts. Now Rome's forts are going to become slightly more expensive because we're going to be a little bit more over this. So we'll be at 7 or 5. At least it's not like 20 out of 5 like we had in Capua that time. And then here, that's going to be the only fort, that's fine. Then we have down here in the south, where we have a fort here and a fort here, but that's the capital. Those are all settlements, but this is farmland, so yeah, that's definitely going to be the main location. So I think what I'm going to do is tear down this fort. This one still kind of controls the junction here. And is a pretty strategic location. Yeah, I know I can. This is mostly about being strategic. Mill access. Sure. We have another task. Approach the Greeks. So these are not mutually exclusive. The Italiote Greek colonies flourished long before Roma. We could convince these philosophers and actors to accept our protection in exchange for an equitable exchange. So I'm guessing that just gives them a chance to become part of us. So yeah, we'll do it. And now I think it is time to end the Etruscans. We don't have any other governorships or anything to do we? Okay, so we have 2 characters imprisoned, and we've had them imprisoned for ages. It's not those 2. Oh, it's ransoming these prisoners. There we go. So 13 ducats for you. You would say no. So we're losing permanent stability because there's no way we can get those people back. It's only 0.05, I guess. Okay, so we want to wait until our military is recovered. Wretched Thuroi. Thuria has had his fair share of knocks and glory, bickering constantly with its neighbours and harbouring famous Spartan traitor Alcibiades. Their subjection by the Lusanians has not harmed them too badly. We must now decide how we wish to approach the question of Thurian cooperation. Demand they bow to us. Thuria is weak and it's isolated and it's a war with Tarentum. I think you should bow to me. I think you should. They responded to our offer by comparing our honour with that of an undesirable fauna. Thuroi is a prize and must be won by more conventional means. Well, I have a claim on it, so fine. If Tarentum doesn't kill them before. Gotta stay hydrated. Thank you very much for the drink tea. And actually there was one earlier from Voodoo as well, which I will also enjoy. And Sindrian bits. If I can find it. Has it gone off my screen? Yep. Alright. Give me a second, I'll go to my Streamlabs and take a look-sees. Oh, it's so annoying that doesn't show the message. Can't remember how to write. 1, 1000, 51, 6 and 500 in Roman numerals. I'm livid. Okay, that's pretty good. Can't remember how to write. 1, 1000, 51, 6 and 500 Roman numerals. I is 1. M is 1000. L is... Oh, Li is 51. 6 is VI, and then D is 500. Yep. Checks out. The joke checks out. Nacho Bears wants me to drink some tea. So does Tixie. And Gwa! Complete off-topic question for any British folk in chat. What is Bubble and Squeak? Why is adding short ribs magical? Not 100% sure on either of those. Bubble and Squeak I think is mashed potatoes and sausages? Okay, we are now going to wait until we've got manpower regained. And then we're going to go after Etruria. Bowl and Squeak are leftover vegetables fried. Okay. Bangers and mashes, mashed potatoes and sausages. That's definitely true. Characters investing in private soldiers for their own need. Surely we have nothing to worry about? Wizened Croton. Bow. I mean, this is just giving me loads and loads of claims down here, which I'm quite happy about. Camera's grey again. It's probably because they didn't save. Sack the Dionysus Temple. We like Macedon. Who can blame a soldier for just doing a little bit of pillaging? Especially as it's a Greek god and not a Roman one. I see what you mean. Generous offer was rebuked by Herculea, though in the most courteous and different terms. Herculea is a prize that must be won through more conventional means. We didn't get a claim against them, though, unfortunately. Okay, how are we doing for the recharging? We are now ready. I think it is time. It'd be nice if this actually highlighted what you were trying to take. That's Tuscia, that's Dodopolis. 7. That's 11 provinces. I mean, we have claims on both, so I don't think it really matters. And if we go for Tuscia, it's just closer to us. They do have a little bit in Corsica. We have 10 ships. Unfortunately, it's not possible. Oh no, they've only got 4. Yeah, we have enough. And their military tech is only 2. We're ahead of them. We're on 3. And they just got out of civil war, but I think that their civil war was rather more bloody than ours. So yes, I think that we are ready for this. We're going to say Tuscia. They do have a lot of... Oh no, these are my allies. So Marcia and Syracuse would not. That's okay. Marcia, I have a feeling we're going to need to beat up on ourselves. Oh yeah, and we should probably start a couple of integrations as well. I was mostly going to do the integrations once we'd done most of the military conquest, because then they're the most likely to accept. And we're also going to need to raise our levies. Now that I know that I can split my levies up, we're going to do that. We'll have one of them standing here in Curas, one of them standing there. We'll send you north. On the road. The populares are often taken in by some demagogue or other with ideas for what laws to pass and what is best for the masses of Rome. Most of the time, these laws are for the greater good of the lower classes, but occasionally a charismatic populist manages to persuade the masses of a cause that will only benefit themselves. The last of the many popularis is Publius Sulpicius Saverio, who has now proposed law changes to the Senate, backed by a large majority. So you want Lex Antonia, which reduces the election term duration, which I don't like. Or we say no. And we're going to say no. So the populares are now really irritated with us. Which is why we kind of need to stifle their power. Oh, every head of a great family will gain 5 loyalty for 60 months. I mean, keeping their loyalty during the war might be a good move. Although it's really the Boni that we need to have on our side. Or we can do grant public land. It will cost us 25 political power, which we've barely been using. We pay a bit of manpower. We're at war, though. That's a bad time to do this. I mean, that's going to rise anyway, so we'll just have to suck it up. Sack of the Tinia Shrine. Again. Okay, I'm going to say it is time for us to start sieging some places. Because it looks like these guys are busy with their own fighting. Marcus Claudius Corvus has died. I thought he was dead already. He's the traitor. He died at 83. So was he not imprisoned? Do we just let him run around? Already taking all of those automatically. Okay, the south has fallen. I think we timed this war pretty well. Rumours of his death were greatly exaggerated. When you spared the soldiers, you spared him too. But then why wasn't he in jail? I would have expected, like, anyone that was involved in a civil war to be automatically thrown in jail? Is that too much to ask? No, he wasn't in jail. We checked that. That's what this screen was. I had it up. Publius Sophocarius Savrio is the guy that kept on demanding a position from me, so I threw him in jail. Then these two are people that we captured during wars, because they're not actually from our nation.